crochet friends, it's me, Jonah, and in today's crochet show and tell, we'll be looking at the Paton's hat and mittens set. And what I love about this set is that it's super simple and great for beginners, because you'll only be using single crochet, chain, and variations of single crochet, like the reverse single crochet and single crochet in the back loop, and that's it. So it's a great project for beginners, and it works up super fast, so it makes a great gift. And you don't have to use the Paton Chunky Tweeds yarn, which I'll be showing you more about in a second. You can use a whole variety of yarns. You can use the regular Paton Shetland Chunky yarn in all their different colorways, or any bulky 5-weight. And this yarn does have a little bit of wool in it, which keeps it nice and warm. And the way that it's constructed is that the glove, or I should say mitten, is worked back and forth in rows, and the hat is worked in the round of gradual increases so that it slightly flares out at the bottom. And the pattern I have here, I also have linked down below for the free written pattern from Yarn Inspirations. And then, like I just mentioned, the yarn I used is the Paton Shetland Chunky Tweed yarn, and I absolutely love all the different colors this yarn comes in. And then you'll also need a pair of scissors, and of course a tapestry needle, but that's optional. And then I'll be using some special crochet hooks for today's video. I'll be using the Knitter's Pride Radiance hook set, and it comes in this gorgeous silk case in creams and wood tones. And then inside, you'll find a gorgeous arrangement of 6 crochet hooks, ranging from a size 4mm all the way up to an 8mm, and then 2 extra pockets for all your stitch notions like stitch markers, tapestry needle, tape measure, and scissors. So I'll be using these crochet hooks, and let's get started, because I'm going to show you how to start the hat and how to start the mittens in today's show and tell. So here's the hat part of the hat and mitten set, and I'm going to cover each of these separately while doing their stitches and how to start out each of the patterns, because I find that the most appropriate to educate you and being able to work on this pattern by yourself. So the first thing you'll notice if you look at this is that it's entirely single crochet. There's not one other stitch besides single crochet and maybe the chain for the beginning. That's it. As you can see on the bottom here, it's still single crochet, but it's reverse single crochet. It's also called the twisted single crochet, or sometimes even called the crab stitch because of the way it's formed. And then the whole rest of the hat is regular single crochet, where you just start up here on the top with a ring, and then just keep expanding or expounding upon this ring here until you get your hat. So I'm going to pull out some yarn, and I'm actually going to start the hat pattern with you. So the hat pattern is worked using the larger hook, which in this case is a 6mm. So I'm going to find the end of my yarn, and we're going to look at the hat pattern. So it says you have to start with a chain 2 right here, and then work 8 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So I'll keep this slightly in the background here so you can refer to it when necessary. So we're going to start how it said. Make a slip knot, and then we're going to start by chaining up 2. So wrap around, pull through, wrap around, pull through. And then in the second chain from the hook, we're going to work 8 single crochets. And I like to go into 2 loops when I do this to help kind of create a stronger base. And sometimes I'll even omit the chain altogether and do like a doubled magic ring so that it goes around twice, and then I'll weave it in 4 or 5 more times, which is one of the strongest joins I'm aware of, but working into the chain's also good. There's 3, there's 4, there's 5, there's 6, there's 7, and there's 8. And also heads up, this is the first time I've actually tried out these crochet hooks, and they're working out really well. They have slide, but not too much slide because it is a polished ebony wood. But anyway, it's the second row. So we're going to start by slip stitching to the first single crochet, and then we're going to chain 1 and work 2 single crochet in each space. And I'm sure as crocheters, many of you are already familiar with this pattern. Two single crochets, and you'll put that in each stitch around. And this is how you're going to create the crown of your hat in crochet terminology, and then you'll work the base or the sides, and then you'll be able to kind of do more increases at the bottom to help get that flare out look. And if you'd want, you could even kind of stop after you work like the actual crown of the hat, and then you could just go around the sides here and just work out with large increases, and that's how a sun hat is formed with that floppy brim. And then I'm going to start by slip stitching to my first crochet stitch. And there we have 2 rounds done. I'm also going to work round 3 and 4 with you as well. So 3 is 2 single crochet into the same stitch, 1 single crochet in each of the next 3, and then 2. 2, 3, 2. So we're going to start by chaining up 1, working 2 single crochets, making over 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 2 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 2 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3, 2 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Then you're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet as usual, and you can already see it wants to curl up or down, and that's good, but you'll need to flatten it out, and it'll stay relatively flat because this is going to happen over many rows. So on to row 4. 2 single crochet, 3, 2 single crochet. So this is the same row as before, but we just have 1 extra repeat. So work 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, 2 single crochets. So you can see how this hat is done in a way where the increases are different from how you would normally increase, and they're considerably more gradual, which will give you the effect that you're going for. Two, 3, and increase. Then the last 3 single crochets just have 1 in them. So 1, 2, and 3. And that is your hat. Essentially, that's all you have to keep on doing. We're just following the instructions. So for row 6, you can see it's all the way up here. It's chain 1, 2 single crochet, 4. And then goes to 5 and 1, 6 and 1, then 9. The 9th round is just 1 single crochet all around. And you can see how that pattern will continue. So I'm going to stop here, and now I'm actually going to start the mitten pattern with you. And this time I'll be switching out for my green color, and I'll be swapping on my hooks as well. Because for this one, you start off with a smaller hook. I'm going to pull off some green. And that's also a good idea with this yarn. You can make part of the set one color and the other part the other. So for the mittens, you start with your smaller hook. And then start by chaining up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then in the second chain from the hook, single crochet, and single crochet in each chain across. And I'm going into the back loop, but you can go into this front loop, both loops, 2 loops. It doesn't matter, we'll be sewing it together anyway. And you can see how saturated this dark green is. And the specks change color based on the yarn. Like in the blue, it's all over different colors, same with the tan. But the green, it kind of retains the more like woodsy colors, like this orange and this yellow. So anyway, you'll turn your work, chain 1, and working in only the back loops, single crochet back across. I'll single crochet into my last stitch. And then I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. Or turn my work and then chain 1, it doesn't matter. And this time I'm going to repeat the second row and work single crochets all the way back across, 7 of them specifically, only in the back loop. Single crochet again. I'll do it one more time. So turn my work and chain 1 and work 7 back loop single crochets across. And you can see why we're using a smaller hook here, because you want that brim to be nice and tight around your wrist, and that's also stretchable, so it's good for many different size hands. And then you would continue working this brim and then do the thumb gusset as stated and continue to the actual section of the mitten where you just work around and around, and then you show you how to decrease and add the thumb, and then how you need to change it slightly for the left mitten. And that's all there is to the Paton Shetland Chunky hat and mitten set. After watching today's crochet show and tell, I hope you can start working on this hat and mitten set with confidence and knowing that it's only simple stitches, and I know it'll turn out great. And make sure to use all sorts of different colors and striping effects and tweed yarns and really have fun with them, because with a simple stitch, it's a great time to kind of step up your color work and try out new color matches, alternating, and even Fair Isle. You can alternate that as well. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Jonah's Hands for more crochet tutorials, show and tells, and other crochet related things. And crochet with